The Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions. That means Patrick Mahomes is a Super Bowl champion, and yes, that means Andy Reid is a Super Bowl champion. Super Bowl 54 is one that we will remember for years, not for being an epic game, but as the celebration of a new era in the NFL. And you can thank the burger-eating genius himself, the man behind the plan, Mr. Andy Reid. Andy has built an unstoppable force. That unstoppable force's name is Patrick Mahomes. The team is the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes is the only quarterback before the age of 25 to win a Super Bowl and MVP award. Patrick Mahomes is the face and the future of football. Super Bowl 54 was simply the celebration. And the man behind it all, Andy Reid. Andy Reid's Chiefs have provided a unique blueprint on how to win in today's NFL. Over the last 3 years, Andy Reid has gradually surrounded their centerpiece with the ammo Patrick has needed to succeed and rise to the top of the NFL. This is how Andy Reid built a champion. I call it maximizing Mahomes. Before I provide you with how Andy Reid masterfully maximized Patrick Mahomes, Gronk spiked the like button, or for you Chief fans, Kelsey spiked the like button, and subscribe to The Bottom Line View for more NFL videos just like this. Also, comment your opinion below. What do you think? Is Mahomes the new face of the NFL? As all change comes, it starts from desperation fueled by pressure. To understand the impact of Mahomes on the Chiefs and the decisions made by Andy Reid to turn this team around, we must first understand where this franchise was before their Messiah. For the Chiefs, true success has been for a long time close, but no cigar. Always a game or two away. After turning the franchise around in 2013, Andy led the Chiefs to the playoffs in 4 of the next 5 seasons. 3 times the Chiefs were a one and done in those playoffs, and they never made it past the divisional round in January. They knew they had the coach, they knew they had some of the core pieces in place, but they needed that one guy to put them over the top and take them to the promised land. For as consistent and highly regarded as Alex Smith was with the Chiefs, this team was missing something special. And that something was Patrick Mahomes. Kansas City could have played it conservatively, they could have kept Alex Smith around for the next 3 to 5 seasons, and they likely would have made the playoffs in most of those seasons. But Andy Reid and the Chiefs were done coming up short. They decided to risk it all for a chance at something special. So they made the trade. Kansas City traded the number 27 overall pick, a 3rd round pick, and their 2018 first round selection to the Buffalo Bills to move up to number 10 to select
Patrick Mahomes, the 2nd quarterback.
And Mahomes was no guaranteed stud. Coming out of Texas Tech, he appeared very raw, but he possessed special gifts. Gifts that could make a major impact and gifts that could make him great. Andy Reid found his perfect quarterback, and he wasn't going to let him slip through his fingers. What Reid saw in Mahomes were the things that Alex Smith didn't have: rare arm talent and an innate ability to play off schedule. Today, Patrick Mahomes does things on the football field that I have never seen before, revolutionizing the position on what seems like every single down. From the inventive arm angles to the combination of velocity and touch. Reid knew that Mahomes was the one to lead the kingdom. From the moment they drafted Patrick at number 10 in the 2017 draft, the Chiefs looked, felt, and played different. It's almost like Mahomes brought a confidence to Kansas City. The Chiefs shifted from an offense who was afraid to make mistakes to one who pushed the ball down the field more than anyone in the NFL. At the time of drafting Mahomes, Reid and the Chiefs knew they could make this thing work, with two of the game's biggest mismatch weapons, Tyreek Hill at wide receiver and Travis Kelce at tight end. For as great as Mahomes is, he can't be this great without an equally great supporting cast. That is why the investment in speed around number 15 has been perhaps the greatest decision the Chiefs have ever made. Following Alex Smith's departure, they signed Sammy Watkins, and the offseason after an AFC Championship appearance, drafted Mecole Hardman. In 2015, the Chiefs were one of the slowest offenses in the NFL. Today, they might be the fastest offense ever. Tyreek Hill is the fastest player in the NFL. Mecole Hardman is a certified 4.3 guy. Travis Kelce is one of the game's most athletic tight ends. And don't forget about Sammy Watkins. He is a legitimate 4.4 guy as well. With the talent and speed the Chiefs have offensively, paired with Andy Reid's inventive downfield attack, the Chiefs can score on every single play. They can come back from any deficit and win any game, even when they play poorly. This immense speed in not just one, but in all of the Chiefs' playmakers, ties the hands of opposing defensive coordinators. You basically have to be perfect from a personnel standpoint to match up with the Chiefs' passing game, or you're screwed. Traditionally, teams aim to protect the football. If you don't turn the football over, you have a chance to win. While that can be true, the Chiefs don't try to minimize their own mistakes. They maximize their opponent's mistakes. This never-seen-before speed maximizes a coverage bust, maximizes a missed tackle, and maximizes the Chiefs' ability to score quickly and ultimately win. This season, Kansas City ranks second in yards after catch, and in aggressive percentage, the amount of tight window throws a quarterback makes. Mahomes ranked as the third lowest in the NFL. Only Derek Carr and Devlin Hodges threw into less tight windows. Unlike Carr or Hodges, Mahomes is pushing the ball down the field on a much more consistent basis, as evident by their intended air yards, 7.2 for Hodges, 6.3 for Carr, while Mahomes finished the season at 8.6. This scheme and this speed allows the Chiefs wide receivers to create plenty of separation. And with a quarterback like Mahomes, who can make any throw, it becomes absolutely deadly. Mahomes is what allows this to operate at historic levels, not only because of his revolutionary talent, the arm, the mobility, the imagination, but also the contract, the rookie contract. Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL, but he is the 31st highest paid. Thanks to Mahomes' low cap number, it enables a team like the Chiefs to have the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL in Sammy Watkins, who, by the way, is the second best receiver on the team. They can have the second highest paid tight end in Travis Kelce. In fact, of the Chiefs' 6 highest paid players, 5 are offensive players. The only other team that has this many high priority players on offense is Green Bay. The funny thing about the Chiefs is 3 of their top offensive weapons aren't even a part of this group. Hill, running back Damian Williams, and Mahomes himself. Andy Reid is a big believer in offensive line play, especially the tackle position. That is why 3 of his offensive linemen, 2 tackles, and 1 guard make up the rest of the Chiefs' top 5 highest paid. Kansas City pays their third tackle, Cameron Irving, as the 13th highest paid player on their team, and he rarely plays. This investment in offensive line has paid off. The Chiefs with Mahomes have ranked 5th in 2018 and 4th this season in adjusted sack rate. Without a talented offensive line, you can have all the weapons you want, but they're ultimately going to go to waste. But give Mahomes that extra second to buy time, and the result is magic. But as the Chiefs learned last season, you can't win a Super Bowl with just an offense, even if that offense is historic. Kansas City retooled their defense for another run in 2019. The Chiefs' defense improved in every single way. They became faster, bigger, younger, and most importantly, smarter. In 2018, Kansas City lacked a balance of intelligence from the offensive side of the ball to the defensive side of the ball. They found their balance in a Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo. Spags shifted to a 4-3 base defense. As they said goodbye to Justin Houston and Dee Ford, they said hello to Frank Clark. They signed Ogba and Okafor. And when they went down, they thrust third-year, second-rounder Passanio into a bigger role as a pass rusher and quickly signed future Hall of Famer Terrell Suggs. But the pass rush wasn't the problem last season. The true issues remained defending the run and in coverage. Kansas City continued to execute their plan, signing linebacker from the Cowboys Damian Wilson to add speed to their linebacking position and hopefully help in coverage versus running backs, drafting Saunders and signing Pennell, upgrading the beef up front. These Chiefs weren't just going to be overpowered like last season, which came in handy versus the Titans. And in the secondary, the Chiefs scrapped it and started over, led by Tyrann Mathieu, who has brought an identity, swag, and smarts to this defense, drafting Thornhill at the opposite safety, giving Ward more playing time, and signing vets Breeland and Claiborne. The drastic improvement of the Chiefs' defense has been perhaps the least talked about story all season. They improved in every single statistical category: passing, rushing, points, yards. They went from one of the worst pass defenses to one of the best. They lowered their passer rating from 92.7 to 80.8. They lowered their completion percentage from 64.2 to 60.5. They lowered their yards per attempt from 7.5 to 6.7. The Chiefs have done a brilliant job supporting their young quarterback with the weapons, protection, and all-around team to succeed and win. To help Mahomes throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns in his first season as a starter, and help Mahomes win the Chiefs their first Super Bowl since 1969. In today's NFL, winning with a quarterback on a rookie contract is the way to go, but it's extremely difficult to pull off because typically these young quarterbacks are not Patrick Mahomes. It's that time for a new hero or villain to rise, depending on your perspective. Super Bowl 54 was Mahomes' time to rise and become the face of the NFL, and he delivered. Super Bowl 54 was confirmation that Mahomes is the future, and confirmation that Andy Reid is a Hall of Famer. In the 2019 Chiefs, Andy Reid conquered the impossible and created a team that made miracles look routine.
Hey, how about those Chiefs?